I'm going to call to order the St. Helena Shape Committee meeting of May 23rd at 6:30. If we can, or a little bit after, can we get a roll call?
Chair Smithers?
Here.
Vice Chair Chateau?
Here.
Member Barr?
Here.
Caldwell's absent. Dell?
Here.
Feeney?
Here.
Knight is absent. Neiman?
Here.
Park is absent. Salvestron?
Here.
And Smith.
Here.
Okay, so the next item on the agenda is number 3 in public comment pertaining to the Shape Committee. If there's anybody in the public that would like to come up and speak before us? All right, then I'll close public comment. And new business is the discussion of the draft committee report to the city on city facilities and asset and meeting calendar. I see some council persons in the audience. I don't know if you guys have anything to say. No. Okay, that's great. I don't know if anybody has any comments. Anybody have anything to say? This is a document that's as good of a piece of work as I've been engaged in my entire career. So I really want to commend the entire committee and all the input of the committee and the team that helped write it and all the comments that came to the team. And I just think this is it's a document. I don't think the city's ever seen anything prepared like this from the citizens of St. Helena. I think it's actually fantastic. Yeah, really commend everybody. Hello, Joshua.
I was wondering if we could get Joshua's comments in there. Can they? They can be. Okay, great.
Yeah.
I didn't see them when I reviewed it.
Yeah. Yep,
Thank you, Tim.
Mr. Chairman, would you like to entertain a motion to approve the document?
I would love to entertain a motion.
I will make that motion.
Second.
Take a vote.
Committee Member Smith?
Do we get to make any comments or questions?
I think there's
first?
still some comments.
Okay, there are still some comments? Okay.
I have a question.
Okay.
I would love to know who wrote what.
Boy, that's all over the place. I mean, I know I've sent in comments. Tim's written stuff. I don't know that we can track that. But does it? How? I'm not sure the importance of that.
Was Tim one of the writers?
Huh?
Was Tim one of the writers?
He was. He was on the writing group.
Yeah, Tim made a huge contribution.
Yeah.
So he was on both the writing group and the finance group.
Yeah, I guess so. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because at first we had 2 people, and then we had 1, and then we tried to supplement it.
It's my fault, Pat.
No, it's fine. Okay. Any more comments?
Thanks for doing double duty. Appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Wow. Yep. Okay, anything else? Okay, so let's go back to your motion.
So Committee Member Smith?
Yes.
Barr?
Yes.
Park?
Yes.
Salvestron?
Yes.
Dell?
Dell?
Chateau?
Yes.
Smithers?
Yep.
Feeney?
Yes.
Neiman?
Yes.
Okay, so committee's accepted the report, and I think that's it. Huh?
Public comment?
If there is any public comment on the report, sure. Yes, Jean.
You know, I'm sorry, because it feels sort of like a downer. And I'm shocked at that, because honestly, I've worked with a lot of groups, and you all went through a torturous process in some ways. You know, you think differently, you have different expertise, you have different things that attract you and that you're interested in, and it got messy at times. And then you had a boatload of data to look through, all the reports and then revisions to the reports, because you had excellent questions and feedback for EMG, for April and the long-range financial report, and you hung in there with that. And some of you had very specific things you wanted to move forward. ideas, plans, and yeah, at times you got on each other's nerves, and you stuck with it. Not only did you stick with it, the quality of what you produced is phenomenal. And it's also the quality that you often see those of us that are hired, paid consultants and not a citizens group. And I think that that's because you have people whose expertise was brought to the table. So I'm not saying that there weren't maybe some issues and some things you didn't get that you didn't want, but I can't let this meeting where you approve this go by without saying, oh my God, I hope you're celebrating. This is incredible. I just want to praise you. So thank you. Thank you.
And I think we need to talk a little bit. We've all approved it and everything, but I have to say that I am amazed at what we have all done. There are things that I don't agree with, but I've changed my mind about several things, and I'm happy with what we're able to give to the city. Now they have the hard job, because it's not going to be easy. When this comes to the city and the public come in on this too, it's going to still take time. But I hope that they can see that we haven't just tried to push over one idea. There's a lot in here, and I just am very happy that I was part of this. Thank you all that did the work on the gathering of the of the draft.
And
Sure, go ahead.
I'm Ann Carr. I'm Glenn's wife.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. I'm glad it's over, but I have... and well, it's probably not over till it's over, but having been through this whole process, I know the amount of work that you guys have all put into this, and I know all of the pieces of the Rubik's Cube that you've been moving around and thinking about as much as we have. And I just want to say thank you to all of you, and especially to the City Council and Mark for this process, which I think is super important to the city and the community and our citizens for this going forward. So thanks for your vision and your support. Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you.
while we're passing out thank yous, I just Cindy was the email thread and made sure that everything got disseminated, but also made sure everything was here every week, and just whether it's the signs or the waters or just making sure we had the material. That was a big job. I mean, a lot of moving pieces to corral together, and with whatever else you have going on, which I'm sure is a lot also. So thanks to the city staff and the city council for recommending this, and to our facilitator Gene, who has been with us here all the time and helping us out. So we learned a lot. I learned a lot. Like Suzanne said, I had some opinions that were changed over the process, and I think we've got a lot of good things to work with. This is a great template, and now it's a matter of crafting the canvas to make it better moving forward. So thanks to everybody for your help.
I guess we're all going to say something,
Sure.
so let me just say,
Go for
well,
it.
I was disappointed that we didn't have any pictures. We had some charts, though, so I guess that's something. When I moved here 20 years ago, I expected that this would be the way a small town worked. And in the 20 years I've lived here, I haven't seen a small town work like this very often. And so this has been particularly exciting for me to be part of this and to feel like we're on the right track with the city council and the city government now in so many different ways. And this is the beginning of a whole new kind of process in which neighbors get together to solve problems. So.
Just a quick add-on to Doug's. I've lived here for 60 years, and I haven't seen it either, a process like this, so it's great.
Yeah, I think I would echo that. I mean, one of the hopes that I had coming in this was not only that we could address this problem to the satisfaction of the City Council and provide them some good information, but I thought we had a chance to sort of set a template for how deliberations like this could be done with a group of citizens to support the City Council in their decision making, and I think we did that pretty well. And I hope there are other opportunities for committees like this going forward, and I think there will be.
I thought this was the norm when I joined it. And I was very excited when people would come up to me and say that this is something new and that they were excited this was going on, and I felt very honored to be a part of it. So thank you. Thank you all for working with us.
Well, I want to thank Mary and Paul for giving me the opportunity to participate in the committee. It's been a tremendous experience. I've only been in town for a few years and haven't had, some of the perspective that some of you have. Ann is asking me what we're possibly going to talk about at the dinner table now, and it has kind of filled our lives for the last few months. You all now have taken on a tremendous burden because one of the concerns that many in the community have expressed to me is this going to be another file and receive and file, or is it going to be an active document? And that's clearly going to be your responsibility, and I can assure you that we'll be there both to help and to make sure that it moves forward. It's really important work for the community. And again, thank you for the opportunity.
And speaking of other opportunities, we've circled, I don't know, does the whole committee know we've circled the June 12th as the date that we're going to go to the City Council and provide this to City Council? And then the 25th of June, we're going to have a joint council.
I don't believe we've formally announced it, but the presentation of the report, the formal distribution to the council will occur, it was planned for, and will occur on June 12th. And that would be an opportunity for all of you to attend and be recognized. And then on June 20th at 6 p.m.
20 or?
June 25th at 6 p.m. I'm sorry, I'm confusing that with another presentation on the 20th. On the 25th at 6 p.m. at the fire department is scheduled a joint meeting of the City Council and the SHAPE Committee to walk through the report. This will give the council a couple of weeks to read the report, formulate some questions, and then I anticipate we'll walk through that, and as they have questions, you'll be able to provide them some of the feedback and thinking behind the writing that's in the report.
Thank you. Okay, well.
At the risk of being stoned here, I know we just voted. I have just a clarification question.
Sure.
On page 3 for the executive summary. I just want to know, so these are the top 2 versions that receive the most votes for each property, is that correct?
I think that's right. Yeah.
Okay. On Scout Hall, I thought that get legal advice was...
I think that was the whole thing wrapped
weighted.
together. It was kind of like there was one outcome on Scout Hall. It was like, get legal advice, talk about it, see what we can do with it, kind of work towards trying to remove our liability there. I think that's just kind of a opportunity to give or sell, which would include legal review. I mean, if you're going to give a property away to somebody, you're going to have to go through legal review to do that.
Yeah, okay.
It's in the larger part of SEF on 33.
Yeah, I'm sure the full summary is deep in the report.
Okay.
I was just asking for...
Yeah, there were people that thought the executive summary was getting too long, but there were other people that wanted all 7 packages in there, so there was sort of a balance on how do you describe all of this in less than 6 pages. And so there was very little extra wording for the top 2.
Okay. I don't have anything else. It's been fun. Thank you.
Okay, meeting adjourned.